Jean Bosco's dream is very intriguing, and from my personal evaluation, I think it is very prophetic. In short, in this dream, he found himself uh, flying with some other new friends, and they went. They arrived at the side of a magnificent building that looked like a church house. Then, since they were he and the new friends were suspended in air, they could see what was happening below. And then one of the friends with whom they were on this surfing mission came out, and the reaction from what happened was that as one of these friends came down, then they were observing from above the edifice, this very ancient kind of building that looked like a church, very magnificent. It was as if a quake had occurred, and the building started shaking violently and crumbling to the ground. So Jean Bosco wants to have some light shed on this kind of dream.
Okay, thank you. Yes, these things are very simple, and like many things that are created, buildings, temples, churches, what have you, car washes, these are ideas. Okay, we have an idea, we create it. And so the flying idea, basically, many times on the real side, and it's fun to fly, is that you're above things. You can look down and see them a lot better than you can on the ground. You only see certain areas, but from above you see a lot more. You can see what's coming from afar, etc. And in this case here, I would say it's probably the corporation. It looks really good. It's really a nice building. You know, it's all well kept and maintained, but realistically, there's nothing there, and it's falling apart because that idea doesn't work. And so it's constantly showing this, but what keeps it here is the agreement. You know, if people stop maintaining it, like anything, like the White House or, you know, the Vatican City or whatever, if everybody walked away, realistically, even with their thoughts and their personal self here, maintaining it, well, what's going to happen? It's just going to start deteriorating, isn't it? And so life does not back these things. And so this is what they're seeing. He's seeing the old ideas, and this is just what they are. And on the real side, you might say the new ideas that we're doing, the projects, etc., you know, because they make sense with, you know, what's going on right now on the earth and through creation, that life backs it, so it has an aliveness to it. Yes. So, yes, the building is an idea, is what it is. Go ahead.
Okay, Duane, what you have just said there about the corporation disintegrating from the seams, from the foundation, it has been concretized again through the real side experiences of 4 new friends. Mariam is one of them, Uncle Jeff, Jean Bosco, and another new friend who is not present today. They have had these dreams where they see the buildings of the corporation disintegrating from the foundation, and after the foundation is undone, then the building completely crumbles. And even before now, when Uncle Jeff was with the corporation. It seems he's an architect also. And so at the time, he was charged with construction of the egg temple there in the Congo. And he did the plans and all the like. And after the construction, or when the construction was going on, so you have this experience that everything that he tried to build for as the temple or Kanka supporting the center, everything crumbled from the foundation. Everything went down. So he narrated this dream to the Kanka hierarchy there in the Congo, and they were just a bit incredulous, and they just told him he, with his dreams, that's how he's always having those kind of dreams. But we now know that it's a bigger picture. And then this other Ekis, who is this other new friend who is not there, she had a dream in which the Ekis who have passed on were helping to put up a temple in collaboration with those who are still alive. And what they had built all crumbled from the foundation, all went down. So that is what Tonton Jeff has added to buttress what you have said. I don't know whether you have any commentary.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. It's very important, and I'll go over with Kelsey. We'll make little videos of this. It's fun because it's very important to pay attention. Realistically, on the real side, when you see these experiences, it's not always that the physical thing will just vanish. That's not the idea. But sometimes that can happen. It just depends. In other words, you got to wait and see what happens. All right? And just like in creation, is there going to be an end? We got to wait and see what happens. This is the nowness life is. And what it's demonstrating on the real side is the overview. That's why they're flying. They're above it. They see what's going on more so than the people inside the building or with the membership or anything, just like politics or what have you. And so what it's really demonstrating by the crumbling and the earthquake, the change, etc., is that it doesn't serve as a benefit to anyone. There's no benefit there. And so this is where we learn to recognize our real awareness, and that is, yes, we can have a life here, but overall, life is always trying to show us is, hey, what you're doing a benefit? Is it a real benefit to you and even others? And so that's the bigger picture. So that's the reality of it. Whether the physical part crumbles or not, if that does, well, that's pretty interesting too. There was, I would say it was last year, just during the seminar weekend, there was a seminar in Africa there, in Nigeria or somewhere, and about 100 miles away, I saw it on Facebook, there was a church where the roof collapsed and like over 100 people were killed. And it was on the exact same weekend as the EC seminar. So we're not picking on Eckankar here. This is where the people in the membership become defensive. It's like talking to the government and tell them and saying, hey, why are you chemtrailing us? You know, and then they become defensive. It's like, we're not doing that. You know, we're following the law and we're doing blah, blah, blah. It's just a bunch of hocus pocus nonsense, isn't it? And so it's time to wake up and get real. That's what we're doing. We're just making sense of things. And we're letting people know what's going on. And by the very fact, we're trying to show people, hey, these things aren't working like you think they are, just because it's a thinking process that you have. And realistically, it ain't working. And yeah, we have a lot of nice buildings, nice cars, etc. So again, it's a demonstration that these things do not work. And you can test it with a lot of things, and pretty soon you realize, hey, none of it's working because we're all buried in Wi-Fi and a grid, and we're being zapped to heck here. And this stuff doesn't work, even though we're watching TV and, we get to watch the football game and it's entertainment. But guess what? It ain't working. It all leads to disease. I would say it's time to wake up, or don't, or you miss the boat. So yeah, that's the real demonstration, Charles, is that it's showing that it has no benefit at all. And so you got to figure out what really does. And we do. We're demonstrating that we do make sense, and it's more than just pretty political words. Yes, on a stage from a master. Go ahead.